Hello, everybody. It's great to be here today and to represent my company, Satispay. We are the leading mobile payment solution in Italy. We raised 42 million so far, and with that, we built a mobile payment network that is used by more than 650,000 users. They are growing more than 1,000 per day, and more than 75,000 merchants. So they are growing more than 100 per day. We perform, and that perform actually already 6 transactions a month on average. Consider that in Italy, cards are used on average 3 times a month. So it's a market where still the vast majority of transactions are cash. And we are kind of getting there with the next generation of payment with a mobile payment platform that is not only used for payment, but is already becoming a marketing tool with a strong cashback functionality, saving platform that consumers are using to save money on Satispay. Why we decided to create another mobile app? Well, simply because the problem in continental Europe, where still 80% of transactions are cash, is related to the fact that merchants, and specifically SMEs, are not happy to accept cards. And so instead of building a network where you create an application that sits on top of all the actors involved in the multilateral card schemes, we've decided to create first a new independent payment network, to create a financial institution, Satispay itself, that can connect directly to the consumer and the merchant bank account. And that is because of that, able to offer a new payment solution cheaper for merchants. Satispay came out on the market in 2015 with an extremely simple pricing. No fee for the merchant below 10 euros and 20 euro cents as a fixed cost for any payment accepted over 10 euros. So in a country where you will find merchants saying no to paying with cards below 10 euro, you start seeing, but we accept Satispay. To please the merchant, you not only have to make a cheap payment solution, but you have to make it easy to be adopted. And so the merchant can accept Satispay through basically whatever they have on the counter. We are just a software solution, and the merchant can sign up and start using Satispay through their smartphone, tablet, desktop computer, card readers, and more than anything else, extremely important for large retailer, cash register software. Thanks to the integration with the main cash register software provider, we have been able to bring on board not only tens of thousands of SMEs, but also the largest retailer in our countries, because we didn't have to go there and ask to their CTO to integrate a new solution, but we were able to go there and say, you already have Satispay on your cash register, on your system. And so we have really lowered the barrier of adoption to merchants, and we have created a merchant-first network. So we have been able to get the merchant on board and then offering a solution to consumer that they can finally use to pay for everyday payment. And this has driven the growth on the merchant side, going over 80,000 shops currently accepting payments in Italy with Satispay. This has enabled us to have a strong growth on the consumer side, and finally consumers feel they have a solution for their everyday payment. And instead of opening their smartphone and a Google Map to look for an ATM and withdraw cash, they open Satispay and look where they can pay without cash, and they will have the payment accepted. This has driven an extremely fast growth on the monthly active consumer and the number of transactions they perform. On top of the in-store payment, sits the peer-to-peer money transfer in a Venmo-like style. But on top of that, we have started creating other functionalities. Staying true to the goal of simplifying life to our users, we have looked into the transactions that are more used and made them simple, from mobile credit top-up to payment to the public administration and utility bills. But having a really engaged consumer network has allowed us to do probably one of the most strong characteristics of Satispay, becoming a marketing platform. So the merchant, through their dashboard, are able to set up real marketing campaign and choose to offer cashback to specific target of consumers, like new customers that have never been in their stores, or specific customers that have already paid in similar stores, or that are performing transaction with a certain frequency. And so really Satispay, the main screen on the app is the list of stores, and there's the chance for the merchant to show promotion to targeted consumers. And this is making a payment platform a real marketing platform and bringing in new and completely different revenue stream, because when you talk about payment to a merchant, you fight over basis point. When you talk about being able to get to the consumer, you access to a completely different budget. And this is enabling growth, but again, as I was saying, staying true to the goal of simplifying life to our user, we have other functionalities that are driving retention, from purchasing top up to pay to the public administration, utility bills, road taxes, and anything that is really characterizing everyday life for our users. And saving is growing as well. 40% of active customers are already putting money aside, showing that if you become a behavior on payment, you can really become the leading payment solution. We have been focusing on Italy so far with a very light team of 75 people, and we are ready to scale now and grow on a European level. Thank you very much.